Hi everyone, this is Siddhi Toshniwal and we are going to present a group presentation wherein group members are Kajal Soni, Sujata Valse and Sanjana Gupta. Under the topic types of freezers used in freezing of finfishes and shellfishes and types of refrigerants. Introducing the topic, finfish is a term used for bony and cartilaginous fishes, whereas shellfish is a term wherein animals have shell or shell-like exterior. Decaying of fish takes place when the fish are not kept preserved, which gives rise to the growth of bacteria and loss of their protein and fat. Freezing the fish at suitable temperature nips the bacterial multiplication in the bud and retards or stops the decaying process. Purpose of freezing is just to lower the temperature of the product and prevent spoilage. Quality of frozen fishery products have several factors. First is freezing temperature, where deep freezing is the best system. The temperature should range between 0 to -5 degrees Celsius for less than 2 hours. Then it is maintained at -20 degrees Celsius until freezing comes to end. Finally, the fishes are kept to -25 degrees Celsius. If then the fishes are subjected to proper thawing, the characteristics of frozen fishery products are almost same as that of the fresh one. When it comes to packaging, it prevents water loss and acidity of fish. It is often used in impermeable material or glaze, where the glaze is immersed in cold water for instant fresh frozen fish to be formed around an ice layer that protects it during the storage. Last is the storage, where the fish requires temperature as low as possible and avoid oscillations. Both food services at home should be kept at least at -18 degrees Celsius for storage.
Thank you, Siddhi. I will be explaining the first type of freezer, which is air blast freezer. It is the process of taking a product at a temperature and freezing it rapidly between 12 and 48 hours to its desired storage temperature, which varies from product to product. Now coming towards the working of air blast freezer, this freezer uses blower fan which force cold air across the content of the freezing for rapid chilling. It can be equipped with trays which move above in order to position. It often includes various compartments from freezing purpose. Benefits provided from air blast freezer are it allows to cool and freeze larger volume suitably and conveniently. It saves time and money. Versatile freezing method is applicable to any size and shape of the food product. Halt spread of bacteria more quickly so as to prevent decay and retardation. The first type of air blast freezer is continuous air blast freezer. In this type of freezer, the fishes are conveyed through the trolley or they may be loaded on a continuously moving belt or conveyor which usually enter at one and leaving the other one. It has automatic loading and unloading process. It has low maintenance cost. Air blast freezer have flexibility to different product of fisheries. The temperature of this freezer is 30 degree to 40 degrees Celsius. The air velocity is 15.6 meter per second. The second type of air blast freezer is batch air blast freezer. This type of air blast freezer use pallets, trolleys or shelf arrangement for loading the product. The freezing is complete. The freezer is emptied and reloaded for a further batch freezer. It has batch-wise loading and unloading. The temperature in this freezer is 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. The air velocity is 15 to 16 meter per second. Further introducing the second type of freezer, which is plate freezer. Plate freezing is a block or tray freezing method with a large freezing capacity. It is used to freeze flat products such as fish fillet and beef patties and pastries. Coming towards the working of plate freezer, it is based on direct and double contact freezing. The product is filled down between vertical or horizontal plates. Benefits are provided. This freezing method has a well-established preservation process. The rate of freezing is high even for packaged products. It maintains high quality nutrition value and ensure the food a long storage life. It makes the food freeze fast and uniformly. It requires minimum floor area. In this type of freezer, dehydration of the product is minimum. The, the type of freezer will be explained by Kajal Soni.
Yes, continuing further topic, types of plate freezer. The first type of plate freezer is brine freezer, in which salt is added to until it becomes nearly saturated brine solution, which allow the solution to remain at low temperature around 0 degree Fahrenheit without freezing. The tank containing freezing medium, that is sugar and salt. Brine tanks are used to freeze tuna, shrimps, crab, and shellfishes too. It used to freeze irregular or whole pieces. Second type is vertical plate freezer. These freezers are unique and exclusive because it fully automated solution that help in minimize and maximize yield, increase safety and reduce manufacturing labor. It customizable filling pumping equipment and rapid efficient in maximum product quality for preservation of taste, texture and nutritional value. It saves the energy and cost efficient and fast defrosting. Moving on to the next slide, that is third type of IQF freezer. IQF is a common freezing method in the food service industry. It consists of freezing individual pieces of food separately from the other pieces at extremely low temperature. IQF freezer work on principle of cold air circulation, which follow from underneath the bed plate or transparent belt with help of fans. The short freezing prevent formation of large ice crystal in the product cell, which destroy the membrane structure at the molecular level. This makes the product keep its shape, color, smell and taste after defrosting to a far to a far greater extent. Use these freezer are used for all type of wings, meatballs and shrimps. Last but not the least is horizontal plate freezer. The horizontal plate freezer is designed to freezing blocks of food and portion of product quickly. It consists number of horizontal evaporated plates through which a cold refrigerator circulates. The products are the product tray or boxes between the open plates in which they are closed to provide rapid double contact freezing. Horizontal plate freezing are widely applied for industry freezing process on block type frozen food in the package of identical shape and size such as marine products, shrimp, fishes fillet or crabs. Next topic will be explained by Sanjana Gupta.
Thank you, Kajal. Progressing further with my topic, types of refrigerants which are used in various refrigerators for storage or preservation of food materials. Refrigerants may be defined as heat carriers which absorb heat when vaporization takes place and reject heat when condensation takes place. In simple way, any substance capable of absorbing heat from another required substance can be used as refrigerants, for example, ice, water, brine, air, etc.
In most
In most cases, they undergo repeated phase transition from a liquid to a gas and back again. Furthermore, we bring you a blog on types of refrigerants and their uses. It is classified as two types, primary refrigerants and secondary refrigerants. Primary refrigerants, which takes part directly in refrigeration process, for example, NH3CO2, propylene, ethylene, and secondary refrigerants, they are which are cooled with its help of primary refrigerants, and they are used for cooling process. For example, ice, solid, carbon dioxide, etc. Under the primary refrigerants, there are subtypes: halocarbon refrigerants, azeotropic refrigerants, inorganic refrigerants, and last is hydrocarbon refrigerants. Now, first is halocarbon refrigerants. It is synthetically made compound called as freons. Freons are non-toxic, non-flammable. An example is CFC, means chlorofluorocarbon, in which there are presence of chlorine. That's why it is rarely used because there is ozone depletion. And for example, R11, R12, R113, R114. R11 is used for central AC. R12 is used for domestic refrigerants or window AC. HCFC, hydrochlorofluorocarbon. In this, only one chlorine is replaced by hydrogen. That's why it is also harmful because one chlorine is present. That's why. Third is HFC, hydrofluorocarbon. In this is not harmful because there is no presence of chlorine. That's why it is used mostly. Halocarbon refrigerants, it is commonly used in domestic, commercial and industrial purpose due to their wide range of boiling points of atmospheric pressures. And presence of fluorine, it makes non-toxic. Now moving on to the second subtopic, azeotropic mixed refrigerants. In these refrigerants, it contains two or more refrigerants whose equilibrium vapor pressure and liquid phase composition are at the same at a given pressure. The temperature of an azeotropic refrigerant, it remains constant. In this, thermodynamic properties remain fixed and codes start with digit 5. For example, R500. In this, the mixture of 73.8% of R12 and 26.2% of R152. Now, third is zeotropic refrigerants. In this, it contains two or more components whose equilibrium vapor phase and liquid phase composition difference. The temperature of a zeotropic refrigerants, it changes as compared to azeotropic refrigerants. And the examples are R404A. For example, R125 or R143A, 134A. Now the inorganic natural refrigerants. It is commonly used as a natural refrigerants. Before halocarbons, natural refrigerants are extensively used, and it is designated by R followed by number, and number is equal to 700 plus M, and M is represented as a molecular formula. For example, carbon dioxide, water, ammonia, air, sulfur dioxide. R717, it is equal to NH3, that means ammonia, is equal to 700 plus 17. Now this is the last one, hydrocarbon refrigerants. Hydrocarbon refrigerants are natural, non-toxic refrigerants, and they have no depleting properties and low global warming potential. For example, R50, that is methane, R290, that is propane, R600, that is butane. Now, the second type is secondary refrigerants. Secondary refrigerants are used for transporting thermal energy from one location to another, and it does not undergo phase change process. And it is used when refrigeration is required at sub-zero temperature. Secondary refrigerants are cooled by first primary refrigerants, and then they are used to cool, for example, water, brine. And brine is a mixture of water and salts like NaCa, NaCl, CaCl2. Simply, it is used for cooling meat, ice plant, food, dairy, etc. That's why it is known as brines or antifreezer, and it is used in large refrigeration units. Commonly used refrigerants are water solution, ethylene glycol, propylene glycol, etc. Before completing this presentation, on behalf of me and my group members, I would like to thanks to all our viewers and listeners. Thank you.